Guys, how are you? All right. First off, just want to, oh, hold on. I've got to move a pillow. Okay, if you know me, you know that I have a pillow that says F perfection. Well, it says F perfect. So I just had to move my pillow. I don't want to offend anybody. Okay, so welcome. I am so excited to be back with you guys. Let me just get comfy. All right, grab a green juice, grab my water, get organized. I was just running to give my kids little kisses and some hugs and some massage and snuggles. Many years ago, I went to massage school. So they get the best of many worlds. Okay, so hit me in the chat box. If you're on Facebook and you are watching this, say hello in our box. And if you are here, guys, on this webinar, please tell me where you're coming from. Anybody? Type away. I love to say hello to everyone. Hi, Anita. Oh, I just have to tell you, talk about commitment, guys. Anita is in the UK, and this is late. So hi, Anita. All right, so I'm just going to keep the chat box open, but I am going, Dawn, hi, Dawn from Grand Rapids. It's wonderful to be again with you guys. So tonight, I put together a nice little sheet for everyone so that we could review this. We were going to talk about how to launch a reboot or a cleanse, a weight loss, whatever you want to call it, and how to do that in the summer so that you can get people into your funnel. Now, I just want to even take a little pad, just kind of came to me, because I want to show you here. I'm going to do this like this. So you're going to think about your funnel like this. Okay. Now, in your money-making workbook, when you signed up for the Gen-Free programs, when you sign up for the launch, but also I've covered this the last few days. So I want you to always think like this is your entry point. All right. This is an opt-in freebie. This is a webinar challenge right here, right at the top. Then you have your next, which is kind of that low end program. What do we call this, guys? The last, few days, the non-committal program for the person that's like, yeah, I just want to make some changes. I just want to reboot. This is the sweet spot of what we're even talking about tonight, but also you can have another tier. So say that you have your free or your tripwire or maybe your challenge. This is free, a webinar. And then we come into your middle, your low end. This could be a do-it-yourself like 37.47, 57.67, all the way up to maybe even like 229. I would say on average, though, at this sweet spot of like a 14-day program, say the average is about $97. If you are thinking about doing a do-it-yourself, and we talked about this before, a do-it-yourself still requires you to be in that launch process, but it means that somebody is doing it without an active, without maybe a live kickoff, but you can have them pre-recorded. So you can do like one via Zoom, or you could shoot it on QuickTime, or you could use ScreenFlow if you wanted to actually take them through showing them the kickoff call. But Zoom, even under 30 minutes, is free. So also, if you wanted to record it and not spend money, and I know a lot of you guys want to save money, just like anyone else, you can do YouTube live stream. I've done that before. I've done a webinar on it. I'm more than happy to show that as well again, how easy it is. It's actually what Google Hangout used to be. It's now YouTube. So that's also another option. But you can have your do-it-yourself. You could have a live component, which is a live kickoff call, a set date. A do-it-yourself means that you're still going to have a set date. So let's just say, let me get my phone out so I can look at dates. Let's say hypothetically that you are launching, I just need to look at my calendar, that you are launching on, summer solstice is like 21st, 22nd. So say that's actually when you want to officially open cart. So if you go to open cart, or if you actually want to start your program, because that then would mean 22nd, you would end July 6th. You could actually say, I'm going to give you, strategies to make it through. If you feel like that's a little tricky, and you wanted to open cart like on the 15th, end on the 29th, that's an option, which means that your marketing starts on the 1st. Is everyone getting that? We start then on the 1st. So you always back into it, meaning, again, let me just say that again. That means your kickoff is June 15th. That means that you could kick off, your program. That means that you open your cart June 1st. I know, which is like right around the corner, but you could have a webinar, or you could just kick it off even with just the excitement and building that buzz. And so what you're doing now leading up to that is you're building the buzz. And that means like showing recipes, showing yourself shopping, showing how easy it is to do this program. Oh my God, I am so sorry. Sorry. Just the rain is coming and it's pouring out there. Got a little sneezy. So June 1st means that you are, again, I'm just going to say this because a lot of people get confused. If you're looking at a calendar, please look at your calendar. June 15th is when you do your live kickoff. Now, if you're doing a do-it-yourself, you still could do a live kickoff then, pre-record everything, so actually have a live component, or you could do the live kickoff on the 15th, and then record the wrap up, and it could be a do-it-yourself with one live call, or you could have a do-it-yourself where you record everything before, especially for any of you that are do yoga. You could record some cool little yoga videos. For any of you that do fitness, you might want to record some fitness videos, or if you love cooking, record some videos as I discussed the other day. But launching those dates would mean that you wouldn't go over July 4th, and then, or you can launch and do open cart like on the 13th or the 6th, and maybe make this like a, yes, you just went through, July 4th and the barbecues and everything like that. And then, of course, in other states that don't celebrate July 4th, that is moot, and you can, of course, launch at any time. But maybe you want to launch like on July 6th or July 13th. I would go more for the 13th because a lot of people take vacations. They take that whole week off. So I would do the 13th, which means on June 29th, you are opening cart. So I just want to, and this is also in Launch School, we go over this in massive amounts of detail. Every module, it shows you step by step what to do, how to launch with ease, and also to refer back to your documents when you feel like, what is the standard operation procedure that I need for launching, a webinar or launching an opt-in freebie. So I really encourage you, if you're like, with the launch process, to look at Launch School. It's a one-time investment, which means that you will do Launch School, and there's not a membership fee. You'll be in there forever. So you can also find that information at www.yourhealthcoachbiz.com and just look at the Launch School tab. We start our first kickoff this coming Friday. I do another kickoff just to make sure that everyone, if you came in late, and just remember, it's lifetime access. So it's a really cool thing about it. Okay, let's get to why we are here tonight. So I am going to take you right here. And just remember, I'm going to keep the chat box open. So if you have any questions, please just ask. Dawn is asking, what system do you recommend for best recording videos for yoga sessions? I think QuickTime is really great. That's on a computer, on a Mac. I believe it's on a PC. You can also set your phone up, but if you have just the camera, recording system like in your computer, you can do that. If you have a Logitech, but this right now is just, this is through Zoom, which you also could do as well. So if you did it through Zoom, you would just have the Zoom camera like coming right at you and doing the yoga, and then downloading that right to YouTube. I would do it on Vimeo. If you're ever shooting classes and you want to keep them what I call stable, which means that it's not gonna feed into the next YouTube video like how YouTube has. I would then upload them to Vimeo, so your clients have those videos in one place and they're not seeing the videos after. Okay, how to launch a summer program or reboot. Plans for the Gateway program. So let's just remember, Gateway program is what? Gateway program. These are programs that are typically 7 to 14 days. One could be 21 days. That's what I've said over. That's where you're at like the max, which is your 21. So Gateway programs that we have are raw. I actually talked to a coach today. She's like, oh my God, everyone loved that raw program. I said, it's so beautiful. It's written in a way that's makes raw like very easy to understand, warming the digestion. Great for also a summer program, or great to combine the detox and raw and have a longer program and kind of do raw at the end where you have phased them out and they understand the power of the elimination diet and cleansing. So then you could bring them into raw or two-tier it, which means on your sales page you have, let's just say like gold and then diamond, so gold could be, hey, do a detox with me. And diamond is do the detox plus raw plus an extra week of coaching. So you make it like one whole month of coaching. Tell me that wouldn't be great. Okay, so we have raw, we have easy weight loss, we have grain-free, we have our age-defying detox and clean eating program. This is still based on the allergy elimination diet per the work of Liz Lipsky, Alejandro Younger, and many of those who are pioneers in this field. Also based on John Douillard's Eating with the Seasons. So no, I don't make up this stuff, guys. I go back to the teachers that have taught us. So when you think about, where does information in these programs come from? I look at, the pioneers out there and I say, okay, well, I'm going to write a program, but it's going to be based on information that is available to us, that has been passed down, which is why we then get to pay it forward to our clients. So we have raw, easy weight loss, grain-free, age-defying, reset your life in 21 days. And when I want you to think about these programs, I want you to think about your niche, your community, your people's pain points, their desired results. And again, I keep saying this, they're emotional, physical, and spiritual pain points. When we are toxic, what ends up happening? Well, when we're toxic, we gain weight, our liver's congested, we have constipation, we feel nauseous, our hormones are a hot mess because the liver Has to be healthy. The liver's not healthy. What also? What does my good friend Anne Louise Gittleman say? The liver is not healthy. The gallbladder is not going to produce the bile that is needed to cleanse out the toxins, the pathogens, the parasites, the funk, and the bile is needed for fat digestion, assimilation, absorption. So if you have clients who are struggling with gut issues, we have to get that liver happy. So now let's talk about launching in the summer. We talked about a do-it-yourself. We talked about great dates. And you can even do one in August. You know, just remember, you can always have a live component that you do. Say you launch like, you know, on those dates that we talked about. Then when cart closes and about 2 weeks pass, you can have a do-it-yourself right on your site for any of these programs. So when we think about a summer cleanse or reboot, remember what we've talked and we discussed over the last few webinars. The message is vital. What is the message being told to your clients? Hey, do you want to join me for a great reboot? This amazing 14-day program will help you cleanse your body naturally, lose weight without counting points, not have to rely on X, Y, Z. So whatever that X, Y, Z is, you always want to think, what are people typically having to rely on that they don't want to? Is it a scale? Is it counting calories? Is it counting carbs? All of that. So when you're launching a summer, one is we always say about the message. Two, then we really want to think about what we can call anything a reset or a reboot. So if we're thinking about a hormonal reset, as we discussed last night, this could be grain-free. This could be easy weight loss. And I actually forgot to even add this in, is that Revitalize has 2 components to it. So you can have the 30-day program, plus it has a 2-week weight loss. And this is, the weight loss is actually vegan and omnivore. So you could take that 2-week and you could say, I'm launching a reboot, a refresh, a jumpstart, a back to basics, anything that you want to call it. And the goal is that you buy the program and you start immediately editing. This is the part that people don't get. You've got to edit it, because when you start to edit, you can easily take this and go and pitch, as we said, a spa or chiropractor, gyms, you know, anything. But you need to have your program materials edited, and a little mini flyer, which is in, you know, our Rockstar or our all-inclusive, you know, programs like Sugar. And you want to think, okay, what are the best times? I just said 2 times. You could also do like a back to school before people go back to school. It's great to do like a summer kind of reboot at that time. People come back from vacation. They want to get ready. They're not ready to fully commit into like the fall detox, which is like September 21st, 22nd, or later than that, you know, going into October and doing like a sugar cleanse, because Halloween is coming up and it's always great to launch one right after Halloween. But you want to think about, what do you need to have so that you can launch your cleanse with ease. Now, mastering and determining your offer. So as we said, an online or group, or do it yourself, or you take, as I had mentioned, the actual online part and then turn it into do it yourself after. I have a lot of coaches who actually have grain-free, easy weight loss, and in the detox, and they have just a program page that says online do it yourself programs, and they have 3 components. So that's easy to do. The second is knowing your target market. And this is where you test, where you go on and you say on social media, hey, who would be interested in a reboot? You want to also like test in the words that you're using so that you know what is the correct message and name of your program and what keywords you need to use in your pre-marketing, in your dripping, or in what words that would, really have somebody open up an email and click and say, I definitely have to join this. And you want to go deeper. Remember, like you want to go deeper than just saying, lose a few pounds, or you want to really talk to them about why is it important to reboot. So let's even go over the why, because you're going to buy the program and then you're going to really have to sit there and say, okay, I'm going to get this edited. I'm either going to put this on a lead page, or if you want to contact me about getting on the interest click funnels list, we have something that's probably really exciting coming out as well, to lessen the load of implementation for you guys. Or you can even just put your sales page on a blog. I actually said this to a client today. I'm just going to add it right here. Ways to deliver, because eJunkie, and I talked about this last night, MailChimp, you could deliver, you could do a hidden password protected page. What's nice about eJunkie is it's just a one download zip. So if you are like, I am so tech deficient, I can't find a virtual assistant, and I do have some great virtual assistants, but for those of you who are doing it yourself, and I totally get that because I was a do-it-yourself kind of girl too, eJunkie is really easy. Also, just remember that if you're launching this summer cleanse or reboot, you're doing it with a gateway program because what? And these are two different philosophies. So one is that I have done 2-month programs in the summer. I had massive success. I kicked off with a webinar. It was a specific topic, such as, banish sugar cravings with this specific technique or this specific system, or, reset your body and say goodbye to adrenal fatigue, or how to naturally cleanse candida from the body, or how to balance your hormones naturally so you don't have to depend on bioidenticals. I mean, it could just be, and again, not making a claim when you're doing a webinar. What you're saying is if you cleanse your body and your liver starts to work and you're skin brushing and you're teaching your clients all these amazing ways to naturally get their body going and to cleanse from the inside out. So what do we have? When we cleanse, we have better skin because we're not having a little breakout. We're not having the chin hormonal breakout. I love this, the stomach, because we've got so much stomach dysbiosis and heat, well, stomach heat, poor digestion, or the gallbladder zits, or the kidney bags under our eyes, or the liver showing here. And again, face mapping is not something that health coaches, that's what an acupuncturist can do, but I always looked at face mapping as such a great way to get to know the body. Even when you break out, I broke out the other day here. This is gallbladder channel, right? So for me, when I get that, my neck, I know that my liver and my gallbladder need some love. So we're talking about a reboot because our clients are in what we call the symptom decade. This means that we just assign symptoms and we chase them. Oh, I've got a migraine. I've got to take this. I've got this, so take this. I've got this, so take. I've got an autoimmune, so take this. Instead, we have the power, like Paul Pitchford says in his book, it's like we have the power to use whole foods to support our body, and the power of ancient traditional, things that have been used for centuries, like skin brushing, castor oil packs, all these great things that you will find in the detox. And if you don't use the detox and you use grain-free, then make it about, you're going to reboot your body and you're going to go back to a primal state in nature. That's really what paleo and primal is about. It's not about like not eating grains. It's about going back to a primal time when these foods didn't really exist in the way that a caveman ate. But it's also about being in nature. And so the summer is about coming back to self. So I've had very successful 2-month programs. I've done 14-day programs. I've done 7-day. Lisa Consiglio Ryan, who is a good friend of mine, a very successful health coach, does a 7-day raw program, but she also does for seasonal detox. So you could do both. You could actually give both to your potential clients with knowing right here, one of the most important, as you see, is know what your dates are. We've said this like a broken record. Know your dates, know your open cart, know your price, your discounts. And some of you actually can do what I did. I actually did a summer cleanse, but then I did it with a 30-minute session. So we talked about this the other day, is that if you want to do a do-it-yourself, and I have a lot of clients who have, young babies or babies on the way, or coaches who work 9 to 5, you can still launch your program and get everything automated. And especially if you look at our support emails, you don't have to use those as emails. You can put them right into your forum, so you don't have to worry, what am I going to do? How am I going to support my clients? You can just go right in there and use any of the support emails and put them directly into Facebook. The other great thing, guys, is if you want to keep a really simple launch, there are many people that just have their sales page, eJunkie connected, which is connected to PayPal, putting the program materials into Facebook, putting the support emails into Facebook, and just going, for example, like this. Hey guys, I'm doing a live and I wanted to know who is interested in doing a reboot. It is going to be so much fun. I want to show you, and then flip your camera, get a tripod, flip, show the recipes, and then right under there, literally have the sales page or just the link to PayPal. You know how on PayPal you can grab a link? You can do that. You can do it on a blog. I mean, this is where I want you to think simplicity, guys, because I hear people always say, I'm not going to be able to launch this. Here is Eventbrite. Let me just pull up Eventbrite. And we saw this yesterday. I think we saw this yesterday. Eventbrite. Okay, so I am just going to show, I want to see if I can log in real quick. I don't have my password, but I'm going to just, let's find an event. Weight loss. Okay, let me show you this because I just want to share. We looked at this the other day, but here are your weight loss events: women's weight loss, secrets to free webinar, weight loss workshop, plant-based nutrition essentials for health and weight loss. I mean, it goes on and on. Inland Valley weight loss, 7 laws of weight loss, love yourself, stories of weight loss, vision boards. So maybe we want a 3-week weight loss challenge. So what is this about? Here we go. This is perfect. This is what I was looking for. So here, do you have 20 or more pounds to lose and you struggle with weight loss? This 3-week program is created to get you results weekly. Okay, so what did we just said? You could even build this if you wanted to do the 3-week weight loss challenge, 21 day. Or you could do raw, then the cleanse. Or cleanse, then raw. Or weight loss, easy weight loss, and just repeat it. Or easy weight loss for 2 weeks, then raw. Or grain-free. Meal replacements, now this is maybe an Asana or something, but I mean, or maybe they use their own meal replacements, guys, can just be protein powders, but a lot when you hear meal replacement, and this looks like maybe it would be like a Beachbody thing. You are really thinking about somebody who is selling something like a Metagenics, you know, meal replacement, or Beachbody, or Asana, or doTERRA, or Purium, or I mean anything. It's endless the amount of meal replacement at multi-level marketing companies, and you know, so if you took though this exact replication and model, you could say 3 weeks. You could do, you know, 3 weeks at 150. I know coaches that sell a 14-day for 250. I mean, the nice thing also is if you added a 30-minute session, one is that you could do a post cleanse session. You could do a session in the beginning, a session at the end. So let's just walk that through for even a second. Say you do a $97 program and you're doing 2 sessions. You could say that you're getting 197 because you're going to charge like 100. You're going to give a break. You're going to say, hey guys, here's my 2 levels. You can come in at 97, you know, or come in at 97 and do this 14-day program. Or for only 197, you get 2 30-minute sessions, or 2 60-minute, or maybe 2 45. I guarantee you guys, you will lead people to your next program. It could be sugar. It could be maybe mindset makeover. It could be revitalized. It could be gut. It's whatever is your niche, or whatever calls to you. But also, what you see, I love when Gary Vaynerchuk says, ask your friends what's going on. What's going on with them? What do they desire? So here, weekly classes, weigh-ins and prizes. I mean, some of you do weigh-ins, some of you don't. You could do prizes, which is really fun because you could say for everyone who posts the most amount of recipes in our Facebook forum, I'm going to give you, you know, a tongue scraper, or I'm sending you a really great book, or I'm going to send you Louise Hay or Janine Roth, or make it a $25 gift card to Thrive Market. I mean, this is really weight loss geared. So it says the participant with the most weight loss. So if you are really big weight loss, make it incentives, make it fun, everything. If you're more mindset, do one that's more mindset based. But I just want you to see how simple this can be. The beauty of this is that, see, we go right to ticket and we can check out. We can check out with PayPal. You can check out Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover. Awesome, right? Now see $291. So she's having you take on the responsibility of what Eventbrite charges, but you can do it. When I used to do these, I didn't want the person to have that extra like tax. So in the back, when you're creating Eventbrite, you can give the option to just, you know, not have that person take on that. Let's even look at another example. Just want to make sure my chat box is here. Okay. The other thing that I want you to see down, oh, here, slim down. This one's free. Fitness and Mindset Diet Plan, 28-day wellness challenge overview. I mean, there are so many things, guys. And what's great also about Eventbrite, and many people still use it, is that it has an unbelievable search engine optimization relationship with Google. So here, mind, body, autoimmune disorders. I mean, you could have an entire, you know, page built out easily there. So I just want to take any questions tonight before we, you know, close this out. We've had some amazing interviews this week. I mean, some amazing webinars, and I just want to see if there's any specific questions. No? So if you have bought your program, you have to make sure that you edit, download onto desktop 100%. Yes, if you raise your hand, please put your question in the Q&A. That would be great. Let me see if I can see anyone's hand raised. Okay. I am going to Angelina? Angelina, can you hear? Angelina, do you have a question? No, okay. Oh, let me see, unmute you. Do you have a question?
Yeah, can you hear me? What do I don't know how to use this thing.
No?
I do.
Let me just see, 1 second. All right, so Tony St. Clair is saying, is it easy to connect eJunkie with Eventbrite? Well, the thing is, Eventbrite already has everything included, meaning when you're building out an Eventbrite, you copy and paste your sales page that comes with, you know, or even the opt-in freebie, everything that comes with our programs, our opt-in freebies. So you copy and paste right onto the page. Pick a really cute picture off of Pexels, LibreStock, Pixabay, so many of the free places to get pictures, and they're such great pictures. Then you want to add in the price. It will then have you connect to PayPal. It will also have you connect to MailChimp. I have to see if it connects to eJunkie, but eJunkie is really simple to use. But I don't think, like with eJunkie, you're actually pulling out the PayPal code. So if you wanted to do something like that, a simple one, I personally would do it on a blog, on my site, put the copy there, put really cute pictures, do a video at the top, Tony, and then link it to eJunkie, and eJunkie allows you to zip the file, and then allows you to have like a welcome letter. So that could be done. You could be launched in 1 day. I mean, seriously, like that's 3 days max. Also, if you wanted to do it, like I said, if you have a site, keep people on your site. Add a page or just do it on a blog. I've done that myself. But if you have a site, just add a page. Also, another option is, yes, to just do it at Eventbrite, and it links, it will connect to PayPal, and it does connect to MailChimp. So if you can just get that first email and then put the materials there, you are set, and it's a home run. Will you go over selling recipes on another webinar? Yes, I will, but I will just say this, and we went over that in the kickoff. But if you want to sell recipes, and you're in a state that allows you to sell, like, you know, meal plans and stuff like that, you're buying a program, and there are some people that want to have like weekly meal plans. So what you're doing is you're buying a program, like say sugar, where you're going to have a good amount of recipes, like 6 weeks. You can sell the recipe guide, but you can also, and I did this in the kickoff webinar, you could also say, you know what, here is the service. If you know, for $150 a month, so let's say 150 divided by 4, 37 a week. You're giving somebody, like, you know, recipes, you're giving them suggested meals. You're also maybe building out and giving them some cool like snack handouts and handouts from the program. So maybe they don't want the whole program, but you can really build it out to say like, okay, I'm giving you this extra information. So you actually take from the guide and you make these cute little handouts so that you're up leveling and you're changing and you're doing something different than what anyone else does. Then you can price it out where you either have people with a monthly subscription with you, or a weekly, or that your clients may say, yeah, I just want, a recipe guide and suggested meals. So say you did 37 a week. Say you did like 150 a month. You need 20 people, 3,050. Now, the other thing that you can do is you can say, hey guys, you know what? For 150 a month, you get access to 2 calls with me, and I can do it live stream, or I can do it, and that's probably the easiest way. You just live stream right into a group. Everyone gets their suggested meals uploaded in there. Make it easy peasy. Everyone gets their recipe guides, and then you're helping people if they need to exchange. They're getting tips from you. They're getting how to eat on the go. Another option is if you wanted to charge, 20 a week. Again, 20 times 4, 80. And you would say, how many people do you need? 15 people, 1,200 a month. Times 12, 14,400 from getting, 20 a week. For somebody to have their entire week mapped out, that's high value, in my opinion, plus the amount of recipes that you're giving them. I think that would be really great. But I will be doing a whole on selling recipes or suggested meals. Also, if you go to the kickoff call on my YouTube channel, you will see that I actually talked about, and I showed a few examples on recipes and selling suggested meals and doing a monthly subscription or doing, weekly. And if you have something like WooCommerce or Kajabi or a shopping cart that allows you to charge, monthly or charge quarterly, you could even do a healthy recipe, membership where every month they're going to get new recipes. Every month they're going to get, new meals. And like I said, you could even say for 97, every month I'm giving you, X amount of suggested meals. If you had 50 people join that, it's 4,850 times 12, 58,200. Who would want to make 58,200 on just putting meal plans into a group and doing 2 coaching calls? I would. Raise your hand if you would. I would. That's $58,000, 200. That is crazy town. That is bananas. Bananas awesome, right? So if you think about that, just such an easy way. Because some people, and this is the other thing we talked about. Remember I talked about Jane and Sally. You have different people. Some people will be like, oh, I can't commit to a program. But you're like, do you want recipes? They're like, yep. Great. Okay, 97, you get into my recipe membership, plus you get 2 calls with me. Facebook forum. We just did really the same thing. And then what you do is you take the guide and you chop it up so that each day it's like, boom, and I'm giving you a tip. Information about sugar, information about gut, information about this. All this, boom, boom, boom. So that's what I would do personally. I don't know what is happening, but I'm not a huge tech person. I was trying to answer you on my Zoom. It's okay, Angelina. A lot of Zoom, is really, I love you, Zoom, but Zoom can be a little funny with how people answer, and sometimes it boots you out. So it's all good. Tony, glad that makes sense. Awesome. How much do you charge for a Facebook group? So that's when we talk about memberships and stuff like that. It's that you're actually having people join your group coaching. So some people go, and this is where pricing is really a lot of strategy. Do you want to go for a lower price and say 67, or do you just want to say, hey guys, I'm going to give you a recipe? And this is what we talked about with the VIP. If you think about then maybe 6 months or 12, you've got everything laid out. You can go from program to program to program to program with recipes, suggested meals, everything you need to set the stage for complete success. And I will guarantee you this, I'll put $1 million on the table that somebody will say to you, you know what, this has been really helpful. Like, I feel, especially moms, especially busy corporate, you know, anybody, it's like, I guarantee somebody will say to you, this has been so helpful. Do you do one-on-one coaching? And you're like, yeah, I do. So, you know, that's where it leads people. So I would do, I mean, if you are at the point where you feel like you want to build a free group, just like with anything, it takes commitment and engagement and consistency. But I like to have, and I encourage coaches to do this, especially if you don't want to be managing multiple groups. If you are selling a bunch of do-it-yourself, or you are running a program, and you have a do-it-yourself also, sometimes it's nice if they're not so different to just put everyone in one community and call that the like Be Healthy community, or tag it with a name that fits your brand or your messaging or your, you know, stuff like that. That kind of gets everyone so that you're creating this really great community of people that start to support each other as well. So, Christy, that's what I would do. Let me say. Okay, on the free Zoom, can you show PowerPoint presentations? Yes, Angelina, you can. Just like, you know, when you're seeing my screen, and I can snapshot this even later, you have a share screen button at the bottom. You just want to make sure that it's not more than 20 minutes. Now, the other option, guys, is again, get a tripod. This is when I talk about like saving money, but like getting it to be really efficient. Get a tripod. Do a webinar where you're on live stream, and then after the live stream ends, go to Facebook, download it, upload it to YouTube. So if you're doing one for authority building, that's one way. If you need to do one for a kickoff call or a wrap up, same thing. You have your group, you do a live stream from your phone into your group, and at the end, it gives you the option to download it, upload to YouTube, send out the replay, and you're done. So these are just really cost-effective ways to launch so that you also, and also easy. You know, live stream is really easy. You're taking your phone. If I wanted to live stream, I would go into whatever group, then I would say what I wanted to do, and then I would hit live. Get this, put my phone, and I could be doing an entire PowerPoint presentation. Just make sure that you test it first so that the words aren't backwards and stuff like that. You don't want that. You want to have a great presentation so that you invite them to the offer at the end, and the offer is to work with you, or it's to do your summer program, your reboot, your get your body back in shape, everything like that. So that's a great, easy way to do, Angelina, with that. And then Tony, I will have to check on eJunkie and MailChimp. I can go in, eJunkie has added tons of features. So eJunkie I know will integrate. I don't think eJunkie would be with Eventbrite. But I know Eventbrite is integrating to MailChimp. But again, I have to check on that. That's just one thing. So I'm going to end our live, guys, on Facebook. Remember, check your replay page. If you signed up for this, check the replay page for the 20%, because that is ending tomorrow. Ending tomorrow at 7. So make sure that you check that. And if you have any questions where you need to schedule a session with me tomorrow, make sure so that you are not getting left, because come 7 o'clock, we extended this because there were so many awesome coaches that wanted to create their system. And this is the first time that I've really talked about this. I've always done this in my business, but I said to my, my copywriter, Michelle, who's been working with me in my business for a long time, I said, you know what, Michelle, why are people not making money? What's happening with this coach then? I know lots of coaches. What is this missing factor? And the missing factor is not your moxie, although if you feel a little shy, get that moxie going, do some jumping jacks, laugh a little, think about your why, get excited. My little Sammy J says that to me all the time. She goes, Mommy, if you want to sell something, be just you, be excited. So just remember, bring your moxie. But at the same time, what I realized is that I had to teach you what I did for myself. And that was to create a very clear system. And that system was, what was I taking a client from A to Z? And remember when I talked last night about pivot, 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 pivot? This means that you might have a client who, comes in a detox and then realizes they need to stay on it longer or move to gut. Or maybe somebody comes in detox, but they need to move to sugar, and then they need to move to mindset. You always want to be able to, be in tune with your client and, have them know how much empowerment you are giving them by not just saying, you have to do this. You have to do that, And so I never did that because it doesn't work. We're all not the same DNA. We are very different people. Some of us thrive on all raw. Some of us thrive on all fruit. Some of us thrive paleo, primal, macrobiotic, 90-10, 80-20. It's not for any of us to, this is just my humble opinion, to tell people what they need to eat. It's our job to open up the door to them really finding out what works for my body, not just what Dr. Oz said the other day. And I'm not dissing Dr. Oz, but we hold on to oh my God, somebody just said this, or I shouldn't eat this because of this. And then we get all messed up. I love actually when I talk to coaches about this and I say, I think school messed me up in a little because I really was eating a certain way, felt great. And then I went to school and was like, I shouldn't be doing this. I should be doing that. I shouldn't be doing this. I should be doing that. It finally took me time to come back to a place of, I think that it would be good for me to blend these, and not to name it, not to define it, not to say, oh yeah, I eat Western price style or I eat raw. It's it can be a combo of everything, especially as we change and as our bodies evolve and our mind changes, and our liver is healthier. We crave different foods. We want different foods and we need different foods. Terry Wall, who I interviewed, who is phenomenal. If you don't know her work, please check it out. She talks about we have to eat the rainbow every day, and most of us are not doing that. So unless we're eating 2 huge plates with every different color green, either we have to juice them or we have to, put them in a smoothie, or we have to have our greens in different ways because we have to eat the rainbow. A lot of allergies and sensitivities are caused by eating the same thing every day. And so some of us, like myself, are creatures of habit. But if I don't change it up, the body just, it's woo, okay, we got a sensitivity to it. So I think it's really good to change things. And I think that's why it's beautiful to eat with the seasons. Whenever I have had friends come in from Europe or overseas, they always say, you Americans are crazy. The fact that you can get asparagus at any time of the year, asparagus is in the spring for a reason. We have that, and going into summer, it's so that the liver is cleansed. And that's the same with each food. Each food is there for a reason. It's the bounty that is provided to naturally boost our immune, to keep us healthy. So, there's a reason that in the spring you see all those foods like sprouts and a lot of, very light foods and bitter foods, because it's those bitter foods that cleanse the liver. So it's very light in the spring. It's like you don't see these heavy fats that you're eating because you're trying to help our amazing liver out. And in the summer, you see those really, rich foods that are very hydrating, watermelon and pineapple, and a lot of, more, I would say, higher glycemic foods, mangoes and everything, because we also need that in the summer to keep us hydrated so we don't get dry and then have rashes, skin issues, constipation, headaches, hair falling out. We want to have like good, strong nails, everything. That is why when we talk about the summer, it's like, keep the body hydrated. So then when we go into the fall, it's all about the lungs and the large intestine. So that's why the malic acid in apples that are providing the bounty, and pears are so cooling. And so we have to look at the energetics of food too. And that is the thing that, I think that too often we don't look at that, and then we don't eat the foods that we need to eat in the fall to get our immune strong in preparation for the winter. So that's why you see certain foods like pumpkin, because we start to ground, we start to root, right? The roots. Because that's what also keeps us grounded in soul. That's what macrobiotic eating is actually about. It's about keeping grounded. So that's why you see even a lot of seaweeds at different times of the year to moisten the intestines. If they're dry, we're constipated, we're angry, we're irritated, we can't let go emotionally. So then we go into the winter and we see a lot of beets, and we see a lot of dark and purple vegetables, because that is what does what? Builds the blood, nourishes the kidneys and the adrenals. And we also see at the time of Christmas, cranberries everywhere. What do the cranberries do? Cranberry naturally cleanses the kidneys and the bladder. It also will clean out a lot of the body and the lymphatic system, per the work of John Douillard, Donna Gates, and Louise Gittleman. Dr. Morse, my teacher, talks about, that powerful detox of grapes, because they're so cleansing for the body. How many times have you eaten a grape and gone, I'm a little cold, I'm chilly now, especially those divine Concord grapes. And so this is why we cleanse. And the winter is, people always say, I don't need to detox in the winter. Not detoxing, you're nourishing. Because if you don't nourish the body during that time, you will feel in the beginning of March, you'll be like, whoa, I'm getting these headaches. What's going on? I feel crazy. I feel angry. So we don't want that. So that is what cleansing is all about. The work of Linda Page, Ann Louise Gittleman, John Douillard. Although I don't put ghee, for me, ghee does not work too well, or dal or lentils. But for some people, that is a really great cleanse. And that's why we include those options, but you will see, Paul Pitchford. Anyone who talks about detoxification, my good friend Rita Marie Lasconzo, this is the beauty of what this cleansing does for soul, body, mind, everything. So Anita saying did the, let me just pull this up, Anita. Okay, so while I'm pulling this up for Anita, has this been beneficial for everyone? Are there any questions for anyone? For me. Are there any questions? Okay, so I'm going to, okay, so the coupon, I'm going to put it right here. Right here in, also on your replay page, guys, want to make sure that this is correct. Yes. On the replay page, you will also see, and I put the code there. So if you have any questions though, or if something isn't working, just email me, please. Oh, thanks, Dawn. I love having you here. Thank you. Okay, Angelina, I have one more question. No problem. My kids are in the other room. It's fine. Before we go, sorry, I'll get the hang of technology someday. I found the replays yesterday. My question is the documents the type you type up on here, are those available somewhere too? Or those just for watching us to have a visual? The documents I'm typing up are just for you to have a visual, so that I'm a visual person. I can't just, I don't learn, not an audio learner, which is why I watch a lot of YouTube videos, or why when I take courses, I like to have courses that have the audio and visual. That's why, like in Launch School, you have the PowerPoint slide, but you also have the webinar of me doing it. So that's just a big thing of how I am. The programs that you buy all come in Word. I'll even just show you the guide for the detox. Right here. Give me a second. So if you have not got this, this is our guide. It's right here. And everything is all laid out. You can edit, and this is for every program, guys. Like, you can edit any of our programs. So if I wanted to type in, I just want to make sure it's not linked to Dropbox. If I wanted to type in something like my tips, or I wanted to take out a paragraph, I could easily do this. If I wanted to highlight a paragraph, if I wanted to add more information to what is happening on a daily basis. I'm getting a chat. I've been screenshotting them. That helps me. So I just want you to know that, like, you can do anything with our program materials. As far as what I put here tonight, it's just to give you a visual and for me to just have a kind of script to follow and everything. Just curious if there was something else I wasn't understanding with this technology. I bought 2 programs. Okay, if you're a brand new coach, Angelina, please, whichever forum, Sarah Lawrence, who is like, I swear she is a walking dictionary of information. And anybody who has bought a program from here or bought a program from me with our cleanse, I swear that Sarah is just like she's more than the icing on the cake. She is so knowledgeable. She is such a great spirit. She is an amazing coach and uses these programs in her one-on-one business. I mean, foundationally, she is really, really epic, and everyone I know will attest to that. In our other forum, in Launch School and Health Coach Biz, Stacy Jensen, who has been doing Launch School with me a lot, she is also now a virtual assistant, which is really exciting because she understands the entire launch process. And when I tell you, Stacy goes above and beyond. Stacy in the Launch School takes it upon herself to, in addition to the 27 videos that are there, tech tutorials and everything, she shoots like a video every other day to help guide you on what to do. Stacy is just that kind of person, and that's why the moderators that I have are just, they're dear to my heart. The people I work with are dear to my heart, and we operate from soul. We really do. We operate in love of what we do for you guys. We operate in love of what we do to try to give you a lot of free tools, but also to provide very high quality programs that can educate your clients. So if you feel like something's too much, just chop it down. But when you take that out, put that onto another handout. I mean, that's what I used to do all the time when I was coaching. If I felt like something was just too much, even in the programs that I wrote, I would just say, okay, you know what, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this onto another document and just, you know, make it look really cute, or use one of the mock documents that are in your program materials. So Angelina, make sure you ask questions, please. Make sure you open your launch manual, and start with the one program that you know you're going to launch now, unless you're using the 2 programs to build out your Work With Me page. So just remember, overwhelm for any coach, anybody, comes when we don't know what step to take. We all feel overwhelmed. And I think if people don't admit that, they're lying. They're just lying. I had overwhelm at, you know, stages in my coaching business, and that's why I pick up the phone. It's why I answer a lot of questions. It's why I'm in the forums, because, you know, I've learned a lot over the years, and I want you guys to not feel that overwhelm. That overwhelm will come, I swear to you, by starting to edit the documents. Don't do what many coaches do. They buy a program and then it just sits because they feel like they don't know what to do with it. You will know what to do with it as you start to edit. Yeah, Tony, reach out to me. I have a bunch of different virtual assistants. I'm putting together a virtual assistant book, so that there are virtual assistants there for you guys to find. So yes, Tony, reach out. I have ones that are all different levels, meaning I have ones that are like not, you know, I wouldn't say they can't do high level, but they are between maybe like even 15 to 22. And I have ones like 22 to 40. So it just depends on what you need done. But I reached out to a bunch of designers even today, virtual assistants, everyone, so that I could have that information for you. Okay. Okay, awesome. Awesome, awesome, guys. All right, I think we are done. Thank you so much for being awesome. Thank you so much for showing up for your business and being here. And it's just been a pleasure to be with you guys. I am going to get off here. If you have any questions, want to go kiss my babies, upload this, and it will be on our replay page. So just lots of love to all of you. I'm very excited for this season. Very, very excited. I'm very excited to help you guys in any way possible that I can. Have a beautiful, beautiful night. Oh, John saying I've been screenshotting is that regular rock star. John, I don't know, and I'm just saying this, I don't know anyone who shouldn't buy Rockstar, because the amount of extra handouts, social media, opt-in freebies, PowerPoints, kickoff, wrap up, I mean, that just saves you, I would say, thousands of dollars. I mean, usually to get an opt-in freebie, to take the time to write, edit, get it designed, everything, let alone all the things that you have. I mean, you get the program with basic. The difference is the other business builders that you're getting that you need for your business to build your list, to have consistency on social media. You get the pictures of the program and the pictures of the recipes. I mean, that is unbelievable marketing, especially if you're on Instagram, Pinterest, everything. So yes, guys, just that is it. It is just epic, epic. So if you have questions, hit me up, or if you need to make an appointment with me for tomorrow, or if you need to, if you're in another country and if you're in New Zealand or Australia and need a winter detox, let us know, or any other season, we have them. If you need to get with me tomorrow during the day to go over a specific system, please do. I will make myself available. Just email me and you'll have my full attention. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure. You can find everything at www.yourhealthcoachbiz.com. I'll see you guys later. Have a beautiful night.